Alrighty guys, welcome back for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we're going to be looking at the new details for the Shadow Dragon Army unit coming to JP Dokkan Battle. So this is going to be the newest Battlefield LR. Again, Battlefield, you have to grind up a ton of battle memory points, and then it takes like about a year to get this guy fully rainbowed, which by the time he rolls around on Global, he's probably going to be one of the only Battlefield LRs I'm actually going to go ahead and rainbow, because I've literally been saving all of my Battlefield memories. I've literally never spent them on like anything other than like one unit that I needed for like an easy A area. So anyways, this is going to be the LR Shadow Dragons unit. As you guys can see, all the Shadow Dragons are here. For those of you who don't know who the Shadow Dragons are, they are all the representations of them and the manifestations of all the misuses of the Dragon Balls. So that's, you know, basically what the Shadow Dragons are. And we have translations here courtesy of Garesh. So they are GT bosses, 3 key, 130% to stats. Again, I expected them to be the new leader for this category because, again, Metal Rildo, who got his awakening, introduced the category, but there wasn't actually any leader in the game. So it does make a whole lot of sense that this unit is going to be the leader. Alright, their 12 key Shadow Dragon Assault causes colossal damage and lowers attack and defense. 18 key Great Advance of the Shadow Dragons causes mega colossal damage, lowers attack and defense with the medium chance to stun. So that is a very, very good 12 and 18 key super attack effect. Because of that, I would suggest maybe go crit or additional. Again, the double debuffing is going to be very, very impactful in Super Battle Road, but I think maybe going for crit to maximize their damage is also a pretty good thing. Alright, they're passive. They get 70% attack and defense at the start of turn. They gain an additional 70% attack and defense when performing a super attack. They get 4 key if the targeted enemy is in the attack down or defensive down status. And then GT Bosses category allies 3 key and 30% attack and defense. And right before we continue on, I did want to pull up the GT Bosses category again, just to really show off why you know, this unit is really, really good. Okay, so if we go back to it again, they give them 3 key and 30% attack and defense. Just taking a look at the units here. Oh, nice. The Dokkan Wiki also has it updated. Again, that is going to be very, very impactful for this team, because if we take a look at, you know, at the team as a whole, there really isn't a whole lot of, you know, units here. Of course, you know, they did add the Shadow Dragons, which could eventually get, you know, their own cards, kind of like the Team Bardock for sure. But I think it's a really, really good idea that they made him a support type unit, because again, this Super 17 is really good after ZZA. This is a free-to-play Super Baby 1 that eventually could get an EZA. This Nova Shenron is very, very good. Oceanus, of course, is super solid. Metal Rildo, of course, is also really good. This Cell is okay, so is the Frieza. Obviously, Rildo himself is good. STR Omega Shenron is super, super good. This Nova as well is super solid. LR Baby 2 is really, really good. But again, what this category really needed was a good support type unit, because again, eventually in the future, I mean, it is going to get a number of buffs to the category. But again, the fact that, you know, this is going to be a free-to-play LR that is also supporting the category, that is very, very good. And they're also leading it as well. So you can run dual Omegas, you know, run each on a rotation, and, you know, they're supporting the whole rotation. All right, so they also have an active skill called Awakening of the Shadow Dragons, able to be used 7 or more turns have elapsed from the start of battle. So again, a very bad condition. The reason for that is because the effect is really good, but the effect is an active skill that should have been at least turn 3. I mean, I'll explain to you what exactly I mean by that, but it gives everyone 7 key, and then it debuffs the enemy's attack and defense by 30%. Again, the reason for, you know, me saying that earlier now is because, again, this effect right here, lowering enemies' attack and defense, that's what you want to have in like Super Battle Road. So the fact that it's all the way at turn 7 really means that it's going to be essentially pointless, and more often than not, you're really going to use the active skill for the key. And you know, in essence. So again, that's the only issue with the Shadow Dragon unit. I mean, unless they release like some event in the future that, you know, that is similar to Super Battle Road, but at the same time it's like way longer than Super Battle Road. So again, very wonky with how they decided to go ahead and build this unit. But the 7 key is always going to be a very good ability for them, just because again, the only key that they get, actually no, they got a lot of key, because they get 4 key if the targeted enemy is in the attack down and defensive down status, which is really good, and they get 4 key from that. Also, links are very good. Fear and Faith again gives 2 key, so honestly, this unit is not really going to be struggling that much for key, because at level 10, which I think it is Fear and Faith, lowers the enemy's defense by 10% passively. So really, this unit is not going to be struggling for key all that often. So I mean, the active skill is nice, but at the same time, I think you guys are starting to see that it's also kind of obsolete. I mean, if you guys know what I'm saying. But again, giving themselves 7 key is always going to be a very you know, good ability. The only issue being, of course, that it's turn 7, and that's way too long. Alright, their links is Brutal Beatdown, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, GT, Shadow Dragon, Big Bad Bosses, and Legendary Power. Now, if we go over to look at the unit overall, I do think they're going to be a very solid unit, because if you look at their stats right here, again, 13,725 to defense, and they get 70 of that at the start of turn, plus an additional 70 when they super attack, means that they are going to be easily, I think, probably the best Battlefield LR so far in terms of defense and offense. I mean, their offensive isn't that crazy. It's like basically 6,500. That's like, but that is Dokkan Fest exclusive level. Again, their attack may not be super crazy, but their defense, I think, is going to be like very good. And then of course they're giving themselves this as well, 3 key and 30% attack and defense. And then, oh, wrong thing. And then we have to factor in links, because if you take a look at his links, like I said, Brutal Beatdown gives attack, Nightmare also gives attack, Fear and Faith gives key and passively lowers their defense at level 10. GT, you know, it's a universal 2 key and 10% attack and defense at level 10. Shadow Dragons is 20% attack and defense. Big Bad Bosses is another 25% attack and defense. And then, of course, Legendary Power is 15% attack. So, again, this is probably actually the best Battlefield LR that they've ever released. Like, actually, this is really good. And then, of course, are on the Shadow Dragon Saga, Join Forces, and GT bosses. Now, I wanted to talk about the Shadow Dragon Saga because potentially what they could do is, you know, on this category team, you can run a rotation of that free-to-play Shadow Dragons with this guy right here, Omega Shenron. This physical Omega Shenron, he is a very old unit now. He really has aged since when he first released, because before when he released, he was like actually like one of the best units in the game. But again, that was back in like 2017, yeah, so very long time ago. But again, he's still very solid. Again, his passive is not bad. 120% attack at the start of turn, lowers enemies attack and defense by 20%, launches an additional attack that has a chance to become a super attack, which is like 15, which is a 10% chance. Again, and his stats aren't that bad. So if this guy ever eventually gets an EZA, I mean, all they have to do is give him, you know, defense right here, maybe bump this up to 40%, like, or yeah, actually no, let's keep it at 30%, because 40% would be then stepping on the heels of STR Omega Shenron, and then just say that this has a medium chance. That's really all they have to do, because again, with his EZA stats, he's going to be at almost 13k, or no, almost 12k defense, and then he's going to be at 18,000 attack, and then of course factoring in links, you know, this, Omega Shenron is going to be very good. Because again, they're going to share things like Brutal Beatdown, Big Bad Bosses, GT, Fear and Faith, Shadow Dragons, and then Fierce Battle. So they're only going to be missing 2 links, but again, they're going to work really well together. And you can realistically run them as a rotation, because again, he's going to be supporting not only himself, but also this Omega right here. So that is what I wanted to talk about with the LR Shadow Dragons, going over their details. Again, very, very good unit. Probably the only Battlefield unit I'm actually going to go out of my way to rainbow. I think they're very, very good. Alright, so now we are going to play their animations, and I am going to react to them live. I have never seen their animations, so let's go ahead and let's hop in. Alright. I think this may be... It's actually sick, what the hell? Bro. That's some dope art. That was really good. Alright, I'm sorry for pausing it, but that was really nice. So I think this is going to be their active skill right here. Exactly what I was talking to you guys about. They're born from the Dragon Balls, all the misuses of the Dragon Balls. Again, Omega is the first Dragon Ball, and then again, these are going to be the other Dragon Balls, which then, of course, as it's shown right here, give birth to the other Shadow Dragons. But dude, that animation is really good. Even their 12 key super attack is actually really good. You know, they go ahead and they punch the ground, knocking Goku. Nova and then Oceanus go ahead and do their thing. Then Ice Shenron and then this little dude right here go ahead and stun Goku and then freeze him. And then Sin Shenron, because he's not in the Omega Shenron form just yet. Because Omega Shenron is basically when he absorbs all the Shadow Dragons. So he's only Sin Shenron right here. Go ahead and then do that. Alright, so where is now the 18 key? Should be right here. Alright. Alright, so my boy decides to transform. That's really good. Dude, that's really good. That's really good. That's okay. This part was really good. I mean that's pretty good as well. But that's really good right there. That's some really good animation considering this is a free-to-play LR. Yeah, man. Dude, their animations are so good. I'm a huge fan of this unit. Again, I'm going to rainbow them. I am a huge fan of this unit. Their animations, everything. They're very, very good. Also, another thing. Just before we wrap up the video, it does appear that we got... well, not like top grossing. I mean, it could be top grossing, but I think this is just something that they said that they decided to give out. Is 30 Dragon Stones right here. Again, I do think it's just something that they decided to give out, both to global and the Japanese version. Again, I think we did reach top grossing, maybe on global, just because again the Japanese competitive market right now. Monster Strike is doing a collab with Jujutsu Kaisen, so I don't think we were able to reach, top grossing. But again, let me go ahead and check, because there should be something down here, because I know for a fact they have it in English as well. Unless they don't. I think it just might be in the Japanese news section. Yeah, okay, alright. It probably is just in the Japanese news section. So, alright, anyways, that is going to do it for today's video. Again, you guys can let me know what you guys think of the new, Shadow Dragon Army unit. Personally, again, I'm a huge fan. They're going to be very good. Links are solid. Stats are solid. Passive is really good. Active skill, not so much. Their support type ability is going to be great. And again, they're just a really, really good Battlefield LR. Personally, for me, the best one so far. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. And I will see you all next time.